You've been in Munich for 10 years. Have you spent the entire time in Munich?
Yeah, everything is fucked though. Like I'm not trying to look for people to love me. I hate Berlin. I hate it. Can burn to the ground. Frankfurt, Köln, like whatever, bunch of losers as well. Munich is the cool. Like, I don't care. People hate me. I don't care.
You're gonna get me into trouble, Fernando. You're gonna get me into trouble.
Beef it out. You can edit it. The thing is, people that like Berlin don't like Munich. People that like Köln are kind of indifferent. I don't know. I have noticed that how we all have our own styles, right? You like certain things. I like certain things, and that's it. And my personality is very Munich. Munich is like, it's a city where it's surrounded by mountains, lakes. So if you're a sport person, that's it. If you're a person that likes culture, you have the Bavarian culture. You have like that traditional style. I really like traditions and culture because, like, for example, I really like Japan for that reason. Very cultural. Like, you go to a US, it's a mismatch. Maybe you go to Boston or New York and you can see a bit more of like the cultural side of things.
Mm-hmm.
But
older,
in Munich,
like older cities.
Older cities, yeah, for sure. And Munich felt like that. Berlin feels like a mismatch, like, people from all around the world just like colliding. And then you have like the Berlin vibe is just mainly like, if I'm honest, it's like party and do drugs. And like, to me, that's not me. That's just not me. Like one of my best friends right now, he's a triathlonite. So, and I like being hot and cold. I don't need to be in the middle. Like, everything is beautiful. Like, no, you choose your poison. You will find certain people in different areas. In Hamburg, for example, that's the only city that I would say like I like the most, apart from Munich. It's very nice, very look, I'm a posh kid, okay? I like nice things.
Like, if I'm going to try to walk back some of your previous statements about the other cities, like, could we say that they are unique and equal in their own way, but they have a vibe that you're not looking for?
100% not. But it's a vibe that especially goes totally against my personality. Like, my personality is all about hard work, develop yourself, be stronger, faster, be healthier. And I just feel like Berlin is counterproductive to that. It's like half of the people there are just smoking. The parties go to six, like, there's this whole techno club vibe. I stayed at an Airbnb, and one time the guy was like, "Hey, do you want to go to Kit Kat?" And I'm like, "Dude, look, I love you, but no." Kit Kat is like this sex positive club that you go to.
Oh, okay.
So, what I'm trying to say is like, and I don't want to be hateful. I'm just trying to say that wherever you are, that's what you're going to become.
Sure.
If you're next to people that go party, you're going to become a party person. If you're next to people that do sports, you become more sports.
But like, I think the first podcast that I did about Germany, if I'm not mistaken, it was two American guys who moved to Berlin, and they've been there for like 14 years or something like that. And what they were talking about with Berlin is that there's an artistic flair to it. So like you were talking about how Munich, they value tradition and the history, and Berlin is a little bit more artsy, a little bit more progressive. Yeah, they said that it's very walkable. You can move around the city very easily. Yeah. A lot of free museums also.
Yeah, you're
to the point of art. And so, but like, it's not all just, drugs and partying. Right?
Oh, it's all that, dude. It's 100%. I went there. It's all drugs and party. Like, obviously, it's not the norm. You have a lot of rich people. Like, you have in Berlin. It's hard to say. So I recently went there. It was my first time going there, and I went with an open mind. And what I tend to find more, you are definitely more inclined. Berlin is amazing. You cannot, like, obviously, I'm just on leash here. Berlin is amazing because it has so much culture. But also Berlin has also this culture, even before the war or even during the war, where it is a city where gambling, where drugs were popular. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you that Berlin, to me, like, yeah, for sure, you have a lot of, like, it's like Barcelona and Madrid. Two different type of people. You have, like, people that like that, people that are more, free. They like the arts, they like the stuff. I don't like that. It's a waste of time. Like I'm a creative business person, I would say. So in Munich, you have like this sense of business and, more like towards, and also you could say that from Frankfurt as well. But I guess like, if you want to live in Berlin, it's because you're looking for something specific. You're looking to have a travel experience. Like Berlin is beautiful. But I'm very clear with what I want. So Munich gave me exactly that. It gave me the possibilities. I started as a waiter and now I'm building my business. I just noticed how I could grow in that city. And especially I look towards building something that I can live out of. And the people that surround me are there. Like in Berlin, it's just a different thing. Berlin is like, that's what I'm saying. It's like you move to a city or a country for your mission. And it's either to explore, to get to know yourself, to find something. And I think since I was a kid, I always knew what I wanted, which is progress in life. And yeah. But I don't know, man. Look, it's a different take. But I mean, like, you can decide if you...
And everyone's entitled to their take, right? But I guess that's kind of my point. Like, you know how earlier we were talking about how there's no perfect countries. You just find the country that has the thing that you want, right? Where you can make it work, where the pros outweigh the cons, whatever it might be. But there's no country that's better than another country. Like, it's just kind of different, right? And I feel the same way about cities, where it's like, I'm not saying that that I know a lot about Berlin or Munich or any other city in Germany for that matter, but I just know that every city has its own vibe, and they're just different, and that's okay. You know what I mean?
100%, dude. I'm just like hating because it's fun. It's like Boston versus New York. Like, I don't know. Like, there's a bunch of people in Boston that hate beef. Yeah. Beef it out. Fucking. I have beef with Berlin. And I like it, but you don't know, Berlin has beef with Munich. So I love it. For me, the beef is good. Keeps you, one time, like, it's just, and like the beef of Berlin being broke, it's true. Like, it's just like...
And I've had people on the podcast, people from other countries that have moved to both Berlin and Munich. And so it is interesting. You get different perspectives from every person, right?
Oh, what did the other person say about Berlin?
The first group was the American guys, and they really love Berlin. They've been there the whole time. So like you spent 10 years in Munich. They've spent 12 and 14 between the two of them in Berlin. And so they feel just as strongly the other way. I also talked to... Paulina, who has a podcast as well, The Pod Abroad, and she's an American who moved to Munich, and she's been there for 8 years, and she loves Munich as well. So like, I talked to both sides of the beef, you could say.
I love it that I'm the most vocal beef. Like, I'm like, forget it.
That's okay. That's your style.
It's fine. Like, I think also if you ask people in Munich, like, you ask people in Munich, like, hey, would you move to Berlin? And they will be like, absolutely not. Like, are you crazy? Like, it's like you ask Texan people if they move to LA. Like, some Texan people are gonna say, "Are you crazy?" So, is it right or wrong? No, it's not right. Like, I went to Berlin and I can say it was amazing. Like, I'm not encouraging anybody to not go to Berlin. I'm just saying, like, wherever you go, people are always like, should I move to Berlin? Should I move to Munich? You just need to understand the vibes that goes. It's totally two different vibes.
When I was in Germany, I lived in Oldenburg. So I chose the third option.
But sometimes those sounds are even better.
In Bremen, near Bremen.
Yeah, but Bremen, also my sister was in Bremen. But I think sometimes even those not so like big city type of vibes are even better because you can experience the culture even more. So for example, if you go to, I don't know, Bonn, for example, Bonn is a beautiful, beautiful city. And I think that's worth it. Like, it has also this type of Washington vibe a bit. I don't know why. Because it used to be the capital from Germany before. Okay. Until they moved it to Berlin. So it's choose your poison, man. Choose your poison. Yeah. I think a lot of people are going to be like, Berlin is my town. Go for it. But I like, I see some TikToks where people are like arriving to Berlin and they look like, and then like 6 months later and like it's black hair, going to techno clubs. And like, I think sometimes in jokes there's truth. So
Sure.
that's what it is. I'm just saying, like, wherever you are, wherever you hang out with, you're gonna become